Hello everybody, my name is Zach, aka The Weather Gamer, bringing you episode 2 of Lords of Weather. Thank you to Lord of Acorn for the idea. I am joined again with the Lord, Jake. And I'm the weather portion of it. So, this episode, Jake and I were going to talk about a little bit about the new mons that were released. So, spoilers on that. Otherwise, we're going to jump down after that to talking about some of our experiences in Draft League, like mons that we love, mons that we hate, mons that we really want to try still. So, I guess, what do you want to talk about as far as the new mons that have been released?
Well, the newest mon to be released, Surfetched. That's interesting.
Its stats don't look very promising.
No, they don't. But, we all saw the evolution coming. I'm kind of teasing it for a little bit. Want to know how a normal flying type becomes pure fighting when it evolves.
It's probably because my guess is Farfetch'd might get a regional variant. It might not, but it seems like Farfetch'd should get a regional variant.
They show the regional variant first, and then the evolution, though.
I don't know. I mean, it could be just like the Cubone situation. Like, it says in Surfetch's description that it gets into, or only Farfetch that have... I'm scrolling, looking for its thing. The Farfetch of the Galar region can evolve into Surfetched after experiencing many battles, so they fight a lot, so maybe it just picked up the fighting type because of how many fights it was in.
But then it drops flying, it became fighting flying, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's just like Cubone. Cubone picking up Ghost Fire.
Yeah.
Or Marowak, but Cubone didn't. Cubone was still ground type. I don't know if you've seen the new Dynamax photo thing or whatever it is. There's a Dynamax.
No, I actually haven't.
So there's a website, a Japanese website that's got Dynamax in real life, so you can throw up like a Dynamax Pokemon in the real world, like Pokemon Go type of situation, and it looks really, really creepy and really, really weird, but they did confirm that some mons have survived the Masuda Snap because they have the Gigantamax. So Sableye was shown on that website, so it's back. There were a couple others I'm trying to think of here. I'm scrolling. That was revealed in the Surfetch trailer. Baby Pointy McStabby, Scissors McCuddy, and Bloody McStabby all survived. So Aegislash's line makes it through.
Thank God.
Ribombee was also shown to have made it through the snap as well. So
the snapping.
Yeah.
Those are some pretty interesting mons to make it. Really happy that he just made it. They totally could have done an Aegislash variant with the leak that Farfetch'd is holding, you know? Cool to see.
Yeah. So with, I'm happy Ribombee, sorry, Crow just messaged me something. I didn't mean to jump onto that mid-recording there, but it was something I needed to handle there. Anyways, I'm glad Ribombee made it, because Ribombee is actually one of those mons kind of transitioning there that I really do enjoy using in Draft League, so I'm really glad to see it come back for another generation. Granted, I know, APA has said they're going to run all generations, Megas and probably Zs for their Showdown servers, so we'll still get all those, but for those leagues that might switch to only using like Gen 8 meta, then we at least get Rabombi for that. But I don't know. Like, Rabombi's one of those mons that is... I've used it, but I haven't fully unlocked its potential yet.
It definitely has some potential, especially a Quiver Dance set is my go-to personally. Happy it's returning in as well.
Yeah, and
accurate.
Like, for spoilers, because people will have seen APM Week 6 and 7, but they won't have seen Week 8 versus Thriller. That's actually my last battle, because I dropped out of APM after playing my Week 7 match. I still played Thriller just for fun, because it's Thriller, but then I dropped out after that, just forfeited the last match. The last match, my opponent had no answer for Quiver Dance Rabombi. With, like, Quiver Dance Psychic, Moonblast Bug Buzz, just ripped that team open. There was no check. So the second I got a QD up, it was game over. It was a 6-0.
Yeah.
So it's very, very potent. And so I'm super, super, like, excited to try it out. But I guess, like, for me, and a lot of people notice this, I run a lot of the same mons in Draft League. Just because if there's a mon that I'm good with, I want to keep using it until I get bored with it. Mm-hmm. Because then I can win more games because I know how to use it. And, like, I've got my kill leader stats up here for reference. I don't have Jake's because Jake is a lazy bum and hasn't put his together. No, Jake's very busy. He's got 2 jobs. He's got a child. He's got a wife. Like, he's got a life. I don't.
Yeah,
so
he has a life.
He has a life. I don't. So he's busy. He didn't get his up. So we don't have that for reference. But, like, you look at mine, and it became a running joke, a running meme almost for me among friends. I have this I used to have this unhealthy obsession with Alolan Ninetales.
You still do.
I haven't drafted Alolan Ninetales since WWC Season 2.
I still think you have an unhealthy obsession with it.
And I can prove it right now. Desktop, Pokemon, Draft League, previous teams. Slide that over here so it's on screen. Let's see. I did not use it in ABL. I gotta go close my door real quick. Did not think my mom was coming in from working outside that quickly. So, I didn't use it in Infinity. I did use it APA Season 1. I did not use it APA Season 2. I didn't use it APA Season 3. I didn't use it in APM. I had it in DSL, which was my first ever league, and dropped it. That was before I learned how good Alolan Ninetales was. I had it in DSL, or FWL. I had it in GPC. I did not have it in IPA. There it is in PCF. Season 1, but not Season 2. I'm pretty sure, like, chronologically, the last league that I used it in was WW Season 2, and that ended months ago. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 leagues since I used Alolan Ninetales. So people, get off my back with Alolan Ninetales, but it's my kill leader. Yeah, 7 leagues though. It averages about 4.25 kills per league, but
yeah,
it was a mon that I was really, really good with. Slap a Spec, Slap a Scarf, Aurora Veil, Moonblast, Freeze Dry Blizzard, and the hidden power that you need. Like, that's all I ran. I never tried the Nasty Plot set. I never tried the other setup set that I can't think of right now. Like, I don't know. I didn't support it very well. First time I ever used it in League, I threw it on a rain team. So, but Alolan Ninetales was a mon that I loved using for a long time, and just needed to stop because it was too much of a crutch.
Yeah.
And now, like,
being too much of a crutch can be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I leaned on Chandelure for. I think Chandelure's got the most leagues in it. After yeah. Whoops, I screwed that up. It's definitely Chandelure, though. Chandelure is the next mon that I've used more than anything else. Just because that was my go-to fire type when I first started Draft League.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, it's not that bad of a mon, because...
Really?
Does she like Chandelure, too?
Yes, she does, clearly.
So she's gonna swing from a Chandelier when she grows up?
You and your puns.
Hey. Blame Game Boy Luke and Patters. I think during, whatever Duncan's league is, I can't think of what it is. MBL, the multi-battle league. They called their Chandelure Swingin', so... But that was like my premier fire and ghost type when I started, and 145 base special attack is nothing to laugh at, especially after you throw a choice scarf on it.
Laugh at, like, I was swept by one.
Yeah, I mean, its move pool is insane. It has Energy Ball, it has obviously Ghost and Fire Stab, it gets Psychic. Hidden Power on that thing is always great. It's a sneakily good Z user. Like, you slap Z, Dark Game Z on it and Z Memento into something, and you're golden. Like, and that's part of how, like, my Mega Garchomp, which is my third best kill leader, that's how Mega Garchomp got to 26 kills in 3 leagues. In one league, I ended up just Z Mementoing into Garchomp several times and just cleaning it. Like, if that was how easy it was to just clean. So, it's not good, but same thing with Alolan Ninetales. I have to branch out and try different things. So, I'm starting
branching off of Chandelure, I suggest you try Talonflame at some point.
I am.
Because it's really good.
Yeah, I'm already using it. It's, let me pull up the Nimbasa City League here, the NCL. I have Talonflame on my NCL team, and it is 7-0 in 3 games. Or 7-2 in 3 games.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a strong, fast bird, and I'm really, really enjoying it. And it's on my list of fire types now to, like, keep playing, because...
Okay, Gale Wings as an ability is pretty good. Like, when you first come out and you're at full health, for any flying type move, slap a band on that with Brave Bird. What is it? Base 81 attack?
Yeah.
Things, you know?
I mean, you don't even have to throw a band on it. Like, if your opponent has no good switch-in, and, like, the best thing they can do is go into a possibly, like, a bulky water type or something, you Swords Dance on that, and then you pop the Fly Z. Yeah, you pop the Fly Z plus 2 Brave Bird Gale Wings, and nothing stands in the way, and then you're still at full health, giving you another Gale Wings proc. So you guarantee get 2 kills off of Gale Wings, and then anything that's slower than it just dies to plus 2 Brave Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4x weak to hazards. That's its downfall.
That's why you lead it.
No, that's not why you lead it.
You lead it.
How do you touch defensive lane to if you lead it when you die to a stone edge?
You turn
don't.
out.
No, because then you take a rocky helmet hit and you lose your Gale Wings.
Fair.
So you don't just throw Talonflame out and lead it. But yeah, that's definitely one that I've been using and 100% will continue to use in the future just because it's been so much fun using it. And like another mon that was like that for me, going back to AABL, Hydreigon and Mega Mane. Those two shocked me, pun intended on the Mega Mane. Those two shocked me because when I did the end of season like breakdown, I didn't realize just how many kills those things had gotten. Hydreigon got 10 in one season, which I think Infernape, which was also on that team, is the only mon to ever get like more than 10 kills in a season. And Mega Mane wasn't that far behind at 9. And
yeah, those things are really good. Fast electric types are amazing.
yeah,
Let me tell you.
that's another meme that people like to poke at me when I'm in drafts, is I've always got have a fast electric type. But it's because I generally go for ones that have electric immunities, like Zeraora, which is my second overall kill leader at 30 and 24. That mon just speaks for itself. 143 base speed. Not much beats that, forcing Scarfers. It runs both physical and special, including mixed sets. Has all the coverage in the world except for the fact that it doesn't have Ice Punch.
If it got Ice Punch, it would be Ubers.
Yeah, it'd be broken. Like, it'd be beyond broken. And then it also got gypped by not being given the fighting typing. But
yeah.
you look at my draft history, until Zeraora came out, I was a Jolteon guy, because it's a Volt Absorb and it's fast. And Volt Absorb is really, really nice because I struggle with ground typings. I have yet to find a ground type that I reliably can draft and have success with. Like, for some reason, I'm not good with ground types, and so I go for the fast electrics. Zeraora, a lot. Mega Mane has been incredibly fun. I want to get back to it. And one that I only had it for a couple games. I only used it a couple times, but, Zebstrika.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, somebody's angry.
She don't like Zebstrika.
Zebstrika is a good
Why don't you like
horse. Did she just say it's stupid? I can swear she just said it's stupid.
No, I don't think she did.
Well, I mean, I only had it for, I think, 4 games and brought it to 2. I don't think I picked up a kill with it, but I might be wrong there. I did not get a kill with it. It died once and got 1 kill, so I never got to really use it. But I mean, it's such a good mon. Yes, it has a higher physical attack, but its move pool supports special side very, very nicely. Like, it's basically Mega Mane without having to use a Mega, because you get Overheat, you got Volt Switch, you got Thunderbolt, and you got Hidden Power, which is pretty standard on Mega Mane. It's not as fast as Mega Mane, but, you know, discount Mega Mane's not bad. It has Lightning Rod, which is great. Give yourself a special attack boost. Sap Sipper is amazing because you check into grass types. Like, it forces Shaman to carry Earth Power to be effective.
Yeah.
Because you can just shove this thing in on Leech Seed and get an attack boost. Or you get, I think Motor Drive is its third ability, and that is really, really good to give you a speed. Like, you could run Specs Motor Drive and get a speed boost, and then be Spexed and fast and blow something open. Like, if they don't have a ground type, you just run them over. So, but I do...
I don't like at this point.
What?
I think we should move on to mons we don't like.
Yeah, we'll get there. Because that ties into it. Like, yes, I love fast electric types, but there's 2 fast electric types that I hate more than anything in Draft League. And one of those is Jolteon, and the other is Raikou. I can't stand using Raikou, and I can't stand using Jolteon. Like, Zeraora has spoiled me with Jolteon. I'm trying to find Jolteon right now. I think he's near the bottom of my kill count. I don't think he's ever killed anything for me. Jolteon. Raikou's 0-1. Jolteon is 0-3. And it's just, I don't know.
No.
They just don't have the damage output that I need. Or in Raikou's case, in order for it to beat Steel types, I either have to run Rash Nature, which sucks, because I can't speed control, or I've got to run Hidden Power Ground. And so I don't know, I just don't like Raikou and Jolteon. To me, they just are not good electric types, and I know a lot of people are going to say that Raikou's good, and I'm just crazy.
Raikou is good, you're just crazy.
Exactly. I mean, what about you? What do you struggle with?
Mega Venusaur and I have a love-hate relationship right now, considering I just got 6-0'd by one last night.
Yeah, didn't you have it in WWC
Yeah.
Season 3?
No, I didn't. Is it at the beginning?
I think you had it at the beginning, but yeah, you finished with X.
Yeah. At the beginning. See, I like it if it's on a team of mine where it's like a bulky offensive kind of team, you know what I mean?
It
Not
plus
like a hyper offensive or like... Yeah, like
plus
paired with
Suicune.
Celesteela and like a... Celesteela, Suicune, Thunder's T or something like that.
Yeah.
All them together, you know? I really like Mega Venusaur, but like when I'm up against it, it's just too damn bulky.
Yeah, the problem is it just sits there. It literally is a tank. It's Spadaffin's defense.
The set last night that I lost to had no poison move for my Clefable with Magic Guard, right? You know what he brought versus me? Worry Seed Toxic.
Oh, that's dirty.
It is very dirty, but it is very good prep.
It's clean tech, like, because you just
Yeah.
toxic, see that you're unaware, hide the fact that you have Worry Seed the next time you're versus Clefable and it's been in for a while, because it's calm-minded up or something. You hit it with the Worry Seed and it OHKOs because it dies to the accumulated toxic poison.
Yeah.
That's clean. I couldn't be mad if that's how I lost the game. Even though it was
That's
a
how I
6-0.
was 6-0. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Like,
can't.
I'm mad that I was 6-0, but like, he brought good prep.
Yeah, you can't be mad when you're just outclassed and get 6-0'd, but you can get mad when you get toxic stalled on a 6-0. That's just.
I hate Toxic Stall in general. Like, Toxic Stall is an unset.
It's just a cowardice way to play the game. Like, if you have no other options, think of something creative. Don't just sit there and click Toxic and recover to try and stall it out and kill things down. You gotta come up with something more creative. Like, there are times where...
That's why I hate a Lola Mola. Because that's what all it does, really.
Yeah, that's exact. Like, that plus Mega Aggron. Everyone knows my feelings about that pairing.
Yeah.
Because you can't kill Mega Aggron. It's so bulky. And then it toxics you, and then you chip down the Aggron. It switches, Alomomola comes in, Alomomola wishes, and goes back into Aggron on your Toxic. So there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
But Toxic
Nothing.
Soul is just... It's definitely cheap.
And then if you think you can beat him with a good old fast electric type, right? Most electric types are special attacking, right?
Yeah.
Bringing a specially defensive Alola Mola with Mirror Coat.
Yeah, you're screwed.
The thing gets Mirror Coat. Like, why? It doesn't need it.
Yeah, your only chance versus that is you've got to get a Toxic off on it.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally the only thing you can do.
Heal Bell? I feel like it does.
It does not get Heal Bell.
Okay, yeah, just Toxic it.
Otherwise, it would be super, super broken. And I'm just going to double check on that just to make sure I'm not talking out my ass again. But I'm pretty sure there's no way it can heal itself. Unless it's like Hydration over Regenerator.
That would be really, really stupid.
Let's see. I mean, it can set up Aqua Jet for your Aqua Ring for healing. Not seeing anything yet. Oh, it gets Refresh.
I knew it got something.
Yep, it gets Refresh. Well, I mean, it could be a Rest Hydration set, which is annoying, but it does get Refresh. It does get Safeguard, too.
That thing is stupid broken.
Yeah, it's not a good mon. Luckily, I've been able to take them down, because the fact that most of the fast electrics I use are super, super fat. Or not super fat, but just super offensive. Like, Alola Mola just cannot take a hit.
Yeah.
But I guess Electrode, because I'm looking at my my bottom here. Electrode's also in that category of fast electrics that are not my friends, but
Actually used Electrode.
Another, like, I'm just looking at my bottom, like, 10 or 12 right now, 15. I'm looking at my bottom 15, which, with me having so little experience, there's a huge, like, my number 99 or 98 Mon down to my number 112 are all 0-1 minus 1. So, like, because of my lack of experience and my lack of diversity, a lot of Mons get clumped together, but the bottom two, which I know surprise a lot of people when I talk about them, are Noivern and Nihilego, and I hate both Mons with a passion. I don't ever want to use them again. Like,
I need to teach you how to use Noivern.
Yeah, you keep saying
Noivern is my favorite, yeah.
Noivern is one of the few dragons that I cannot tame, because, again, Mega Garchomp at 4, Zard X at 5, or sorry, Mega Chomp at 3, Zard X at 4, Mega Mence at 5, Kyurem Black slots in somewhere in the top 10, Hydreigon's not that far off at 10th right now until I slip in Kyurem Black. Like, you look at my top 15 and it's predominantly dragon types. For some reason, I'm really good with dragon types, except for, like, Latios has not done a lot for me. Noivern is my all-time worst as far as kill-death go. It's not my worst kill-death ratio, but it is the worst as far as being 0-4. But I don't know. I just don't understand Noivern. I really don't know. It's fast.
Give Noivern a Z. Noivern a Z next time you use it.
I'll see if I can find it, because I've got a lot of dragons that I want to use, and Noivern is not on the top of that list. I really want to get back to Hydreigon. I really, really do. That thing is super, super good. You can Scarf it, which I did a lot in AABL, and it put in work. You can Specs it. You can throw an Assault Vest on it. It has access to Roost and Defog, which are both clutch. It can U-turn to pivot. It has, I think, Flash Cannon to hit Fairy types coming in. Like, it's such a good Mon. I don't know if you've ever used Hydreigon, but you need to give that thing a try.
Once, and it didn't too, but like, there's better out there.
I don't know, man. Hydreigon is like second only behind Mega Mence and Mega Garchomp. I think. Like the Megas are the only thing ahead of it as far as dragons go, because Megas are broken.
They are.
Mega X is another one that I need to get back to as well. Like my first 2 seasons.
Mascot?
Yeah, well, one of my mascots. I have 3 after all. 4 technically. Castform, X,
That is true.
Beartic, and yet to be named 4th team. They're all 4 of my mascots.
Have you ever actually drafted Castform?
I have not ever drafted Castform. I'm not that stupid.
For the memes.
Yeah, I'm not that stupid.
I've done it with Phantom.
Yeah, well, okay, so there is a plan for me to one day draft Castform, and it's the day that I am finally able to pull off Quad Weather.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
That's a good point.
Triple Weather because it doesn't get a sand form, but
Give it a sand form.
the day I learn how to... Because right now, Rain I'm not very good with. I will admit that I am not as good with Rain as I thought I was. I need to go ladder with Rain. Sand I'm pretty good with. I figured out the key, or the code to Sand, and I'm ready to roll with Sand. I've never drafted Sun, which I want to try, especially after seeing Huff this last season and seeing some other people play with Sun teams. I really, really, really want to draft a Sun team, because Venusaur really intrigues me. And, I hate Hail teams. Like, there's no point in a Hail team. There's no, like, anything other than Ice types that abuse Hail.
Yeah.
Whereas Sand, you have Rock and Ground types, you have Stoutland and Normal type, Rain, you have Grass and Water, and Dragon, and so many different Mons that can abuse Rain, and Sun is pretty decent because you have every Chlorophyll Sweeper, you have all of the Solar Power Mons, like Heliolisk and all that, and like here's a crazy idea I've had about a Sun team, is to find a league that doesn't require first turn Mega, draft Mega Venusaur, bring it as Chlorophyll, and then once it breaks the opposing team, it switches to Mega Venusaur and just sits there. Like, if you run out of Sun and your Sunsetter dies, then you switch to Mega Venusaur and just go tank mode. I think that'd be really, really cool. Like, because Venusaur can handle not being super bulky. Like, you can give up some of that bulk into, like, a Growth Chlorophyll set. Like, Growth Chlorophyll, Leech Seed, Leech Seed and Growth for non-attacking moves. Like Sludge Bomb and Grass type attack, or something like that. Yeah, you don't have Hidden Power Fire to break Steel types, but they still have to fear it. It just seems like a genius set to me, to run Mega Venusaur in Sun, unmega'd, as a Sun Sweeper, and then all of a sudden be like, nah, I'm gonna be a tank now. It just, I don't know. It's on my list of things to do.
Sun team is on the list of things for me to do again as well. Last time I used Sun was in AABL season. You were in season 4, right?
I was in season 5.
Was your previous season before you? I was in the season before you. A team with Venusaur and Ninetales for my Sun core, and then I had a Sand core of Drill and T-Tar on the same team. So that was really interesting. Forces them to prep for both weathers, you know.
Yeah.
Double weather.
And that's part of the problem with weather is the limited number of setters makes it hard. Like rain, you have to go Polytoad or Pelipper. Otherwise, you have to manually set the rain yourself, which is not hard. Like I've seen rain teams without Poly and Pelipper that run Manaphy in their place. Manaphy Z rain dances and breaks, and then if Manaphy goes down, Swampert comes in behind and cleans. Or Kabutops, or something like that. But it's kind of the same story with Fire. Or Sun. You're kind of stuck with using Zard Y, which gets blown back by Stealth Rocks or Torkoal, or you have to manually set it yourself. I'm hoping Gen 8 gives us some more like weather setters. Just to try and...
More weather setters would be nice.
And like more offensive weather setters, like Torkoal, Polytoad, and Pelipper are all generally pretty bulky, pretty defensive. Ice typing is just terrible as far as setting Hail, which is why I hate Hail. Like, you're stuck with Alolan Ninetales, which is 4x weak to Steel. You're stuck with Abomasnow, 4x weak to Fire, or you're stuck with the stupid Snow Cones, or Ice Cream Cones. And Sand, your choices are limited to T-Tar, Mega T-Tar, or Capoudon. Or Gigalith, I guess. I always forget about Gigalith. But again, they're all, like, bulky, slow Mons for setting weather.
Yeah, they are.
I would love to see something like a Greninja type of weather setter, basically. Like, something that's fast, offensive, sets its weather, can abuse its weather, and then allow others to clean up behind it. Because I think the best, like, weather abuser right now is Zard Y and Manaphy.
Yeah.
Everything else is below base 100.
Yeah, everything else is below base 100, you're right.
And Manaphy doesn't even set the rain itself. It has to Z-rain it to get a speed boost to be effective, or it just has to manually set the rain itself. I think most Swift Swim abusers, I don't think there's one over base 80. Kinger's 80, Ludicola's base 70, Kabutops is base 80. Mega Swampert's base 70, Beartic's base is 50. Slush Rushers are all below. I think Lycanroc, standard Lycanroc's the only Sand Rush sweeper that's faster than base 100. But that thing's super frail.
I forgot that thing got Sand Rush.
Yeah, usually it runs the other ability. I can't think of it right now. Yeah, it is a Sand Rusher. I had it on a Sand team once. So the weather needs a boost. Weather needs a buff. Like, it needs something. Because the premier weather setters are Ubers. They're banned.
Yeah.
Give the weather gamer his weather. Take off his handcuffs, please. Give Castform a sand form. Give Castform a buff. Like,
Form a buff where it can set any weather that the player can choose.
Yeah, like, base 70 is just... It's base 70s across the board. It's like Fion levels of bad. But I don't know. What about Mons that have, like, super surprised you? Like, you've used... Like, after the first time you use them, they just, like... Where did you come from? Type of situation.
Regice.
I knew you were gonna go for Regice.
Okay. That thing is like a godsend sometimes.
You had it in
it had
APA,
clean for me. And then I had it in Clem's League. And I brought a rock polish shit the first time I brought it with that league, and it basically cleaned. Like, the Regice to clean. Ever.
Yeah, I've used Regice once, and I think I tried to do the rock polish weakness policy set, and it failed miserably. It just blew up in my face.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, so Regice is one of them. Were there any others that have kind of, like, surprised you?
I mean, Noivern, of course.
Noivern's an unmon. It's just like Nihilego, it's trash.
Okay, Noivern is not trash. You take that back.
No, I'm trying to trigger people by saying Noivern is trash.
Slap a Z on it, I'm telling you.
Okay, I will see. I have other tier 4s that I want to play around with. I want to play with... I'd rather go draft Talonflame again than draft Noivern.
Really?
Yeah, I would.
Interesting.
And they're essentially opposite versions of each other. Like, Talonflame is a physical... It's base 126 speed physical, and Noivern's base 123 special. Dragon versus fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, for me, a mon that really surprised the heck out of me was Mimikyu. Like, I drafted that... God, where did I even draft Mimikyu? Like, I know I had it this last season in WWC, which those stats aren't in because at time of recording, I'm still alive in WWC. Pokemon Draft League, previous teams. Where did you come from, Mimikyu? I know you're around here somewhere. Because it's one of those mons that I just discovered, and I'm like, yes, all mine. Give it to me. Where did you come from, Mim? Oh, PCF Season 1. That's where it came from. That was one of the lone bright spots of PCF Season 1. That and Zeraora going 11 and 8. Like, I loved Mimikyu after using that, and I think, if I remember correctly, it's like 9 and 7 this season. It's gonna move up, like, into my top 10. But that thing surprised the hell out of me, because I always thought it was like a one-trick pony. You set up with it, while it breaks your disguise, and then you just go to town. And if you can't, then you use it to break against, like, setup sweepers. But I've loved it. I have, let's see, versus Damien in his, Marshadow, because I knew I couldn't set up against Marshadow, I ran Choice Banded. Should have ran Scarfed, but I ran Banded. And it just put in work. I have run the Life Orb set a lot. You ran a set, and I'm trying to remember what it was. You ran a set, I saw it, and I was like, I need to try that. That's why Mimikyu is a Z user.
Oh, it was Z,
Bulk Up. It was Z Bulk Up. Yeah, your Z Bulk Up, Mimikyu. That was so clean, because it basically gives you the Swords Dance and a defense boost.
This set, oh my god, I forgot about this. You want, dude, live, I'm battling Crow right now, because it actually brings up a mon I'm gonna bring up in a second.
But, like, it also has, Alright, guys, you get to see, Lords of Weather. You're gonna see the part of the Lord of Weather here play a game, so...
Middle of the game, here we go.
Because Jake's apparently multitasking. I can't see anything because my, internet is just not I see a Snorlax, and that's it.
Snorlax, man. The set. The set. Snorlax. Curse. I have Curse, Fire Punch, Facade, and Recycle.
I hate that. That's like I hate that Snorlax set because I can never break it.
It was a kill leader for...
You are roboting so hard right now.
Okay, so Snorlax was a killer in Evo Season 3 because of the set.
Hello, Jaden. I have no idea who Jaden is, but he waves. Yeah, I've never tried Snorlax. Part of that reason is because I'm not a big fan of normal types, just in general. I haven't found one that, Also, Crook. That's another... Like, Crook and Victini, two mons I want to get back to using because Crook went 7-7 in APA. I surrounded it with a bad team. I'm going to stick to that. Sorry, Panther. But I want to try Crook again. And Victini as well. I only got to use it for like 5 or 6 weeks, and that was like my first ever professional league. And so I was like, okay, I need to actually surround this by a decent team, not a team consisting of Dan's greatest hits, because that's literally what that team was. So, okay, the one, going back to Mimikyu for me, I thought of another one that actually surprised me better, and it's Manaphy. Manaphy shocked me this season of WWC. That thing has come in clutch so many times, it's not even funny. It stopped... It counterswept Sand twice.
Twice?
Yeah, it beat Renegade. I shut down his Sand, and technically I beat Savage's Sand because he didn't bring Sand, but I still beat Savage, and that's fine. I can say that because this video goes up after that match. So, technically I beat a Sand team twice with Manaphy. It started the season, I think, 6-0 before it finally took a kill. But almost every game it came to, before I learned that I can run bulky Manaphy, I don't have to run max attack, or max special attack, that thing dominated. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, and I'm going to pull it up on the side because keep the game up there. I'm pretty sure Manaphy set, or is close to setting the record for most kills in a single season for me. Yeah. It is super close. Garchomp went 22-2. So if Manaphy picks up a 4-0 in the next round of playoffs, it won't have the same differential, but it'll tie for most kills in a season. It's at 18 kills in one season of me using it. That is beyond shocking to me. And I didn't even run the Z Rain Dance set all the time. Like, the simple Tail Glow 3 attack set works. Z Rain Dance obviously worked for me this season. I never ran in Specs. That's one thing I want to try, is running Specs AV or Specs Manaphy. It is my new favorite water type. You can bet that if there are leagues where I can make Manaphy work on a team, I'm gonna make Manaphy work on a team because it is so enjoyable. I love it. And okay, everyone gives me crap for this, and I'm gonna leave it where it is because I want to abuse it. But everyone gives me crap because I rank Manaphy as a tier 2 mon. Because in my mind, it's this. I know. I will admit right here on video, Manaphy's a tier 1 mon, not a tier 2, but I'm leaving it in tier 2. Unless I get outvoted. When I put it up for tier voting, because I always... Okay, Madeline, are you excited about Manaphy being left in tier 2 as well?
Clearly.
Because I always viewed it as Xurkitree, just slightly bulkier, because they both rely on a Z move to get their speed up, they both rely on Tail Glow to punch holes, and then once they get those two things set up, they just go to town. I was wrong. Manaphy doesn't need to be a Z.
Yeah, you were wrong.
It can punch holes without being Z Rain Dance. So Manaphy is superior to Xurkitree in every way possible. And Manaphy should be tier 1. So, but man, do I love that thing.
Yeah, it's really good.
Wait a minute, I'm missing something. How do both of you have Victini?
So in this league, it's separated by divisions, and the divisions can draft from
Okay,
the same pool.
I know you're saying that, but I just... Because I'm not looking at the match, I'm looking at the OBS window. And I literally just see scrolling up on the OBS window, Saint, why are there 2 Victinis? And then Crow literally says, 2 separate draft pools, the second you said 2 separate draft pools. It's like,
yeah.
It's like Crow knew what I was about to ask.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. There's so many mons that I still want to try using. Like, I've spent the majority of my year and a half in competitive just drafting almost the same mons repeatedly because I got comfortable with them. And the more I've expanded, like, the better I've felt with it. And, like, I don't know, like, I'd love to try Blastoise or Mega Blastoise sometime. Just, those things can be tanky. I've loved using Suicune, even though it didn't do very well in APM. I loved using Suicune. Slowbro, I picked that up mid-season in APA, and that thing was doing amazing for me. Like, I'm learning so many different mons that I'm starting to enjoy. Talonflame, I never really thought about Talonflame, but it's one of my, like, favorite mons. It was the mon I used in my first ever XY playthrough. I caught Talonflame, because I started with Froakie and caught Talonflame. This thing is not Scarfed. Okay, I was trying to see if it was Scarfed. I was going to say, I think you lose to Scarfed Blastoise, but you're Scarfed, aren't you?
Scarfed, I lose. Kyurem can't. Kyurem will kill me.
Yeah, you can't OHKO Kyurem. You needed to lock into Stone Edge to do that.
I don't have Stone Edge.
Why do you not have Stone Edge on... Okay.
I have Superpower. I should have locked into Superpower.
Actually, yeah, you should have. Well, does Superpower drop your speed, or is it your attack and defense?
I think it's attack and defense.
Yeah,
so I would have lost either way.
You should have locked into Superpower. You could have beat... It would have done enough to Blastoise. It would have killed Kyurem, but then a Cell Rock would have clipped you.
Not have killed Kyurem.
Really? Okay. Right, you're Scarf, not banned. Never mind. Plus, you
Yeah, if I was banned.
Yeah, no, that was a time to have Stone Edge and just risk the miss.
Yeah. It was. Hold on, I gotta take this call.
Alright. I'm gonna mute Jake real quick. At least from the recording. He can tell me when he's back and I'll unmute him, but... I don't know. I know Jake has a bunch of mons that he wants to try, and I've been talking over Jake again, and I feel bad. Again, I'm learning how to do these podcasts, and I'm so used to, like, when I'm recording by myself, it's me driving the conversations, and when it's like, hey, let's do this and this and this and that, and then it's just things don't go that way when you're in a co-op type thing. Like, you gotta partner and do that. So I promise I'm gonna work on that, and we'll get better with that. Okay, that's all I really needed to say on that. But yeah, I mean, there are a ton of mons, and I don't really want to get into more Gen 8 spoilers because I already spoiled some stuff at the beginning. Wasn't intending to do that, but it kind of just happened. But yeah, that's what I need. I'm resetting this because I still need to do the APM recap for Mons, and I just saw something get highlighted, and it reminded me. Haunch Crow. Okay, so that's another thing, and I don't know if Jake would agree with me on this, but probably the best advice I have to new draft players: expand your horizon, try different Mons, because you never know what's going to work. I had Haunch Crow all the way back in DSL, my first ever league. It was randomized, so I didn't always get, like, the best sets. Sometimes I'd get, like, Brave Bird, Hidden Power. Calm Mind, Jake's back. I'm gonna unmute him here. I'm just talking about advice to, like, new draft league players about expanding the Mons that they use. Don't use the same Mons over and over and over again like I have. And one example being Haunch Crow for me, because I had it all the way back in a randomized league and never picked it up again until APM. And I proceeded to 4-0 someone with Haunch Crow because Super Luck Scope Lens is broken. It's so dirty. But Togekiss can do the same thing and then flinch you on top of it. It's broken, and, you know, sometimes you gotta do it, but hey, it's better than Toxic Stall. At least I was being offensive. Like, if he had anything that was faster than Haunch Crow, it wasn't Scarfed, obviously. If he had anything faster than Haunch Crow, he just knocks out Haunch Crow that way, and then he doesn't get 4 crits in a row on him. It was such a dirty set. I still, like... I laugh at it, but part of me feels bad because it was such a dirty set. But hey, that's why Haunch Crow's the dirty bird.
Yeah.
But yeah, my definite advice is to branch out and try different Mons. Like, don't lock yourself into the same thing over and over again thinking you'll get better. You just have to master 6, because that's not the case. You gotta be more diverse, and that's the best thing I've learned in the last year and a half in playing. And I'm seeing all these new Mons that I'm trying, and it's like, oh, I super, super love this. Why didn't I try it sooner with the gen ending? Why didn't I draft this or that? Like, Talonflame, great example. Hydreigon, Mega Mane, Zebstrika, Manaphy. Like, those are just 5 examples. Shaman, even. Those are just 5 or 6 examples right there of Mons that I wish I could have tried more.
Another call. I'm gonna answer this real quick.
Okay. When Jake got caught there. When Jake comes back, we'll wrap this episode up here. I'll see if he's got any kind of sage wisdom over his last, like, however long he's been doing Draft League, if he's got any sage advice about the Mons that he's used and all that, and then we'll move on for episode 3, which I have no idea what we'll do for episode 3, but you'll probably see a similar podcast next month with me and Thriller, just because Thriller also wanted to talk about this, and we couldn't coordinate Thriller's schedule to get him on here. It would have been Lords of Weather with the Iowa Bros. It would have been kind of a crossover episode. I don't know. It would have been something fun. But, so yeah, you'll probably see something similar to this. You'll get Thriller's perspective on it, just like you'll get mine. Again, unfortunately. I'll try to diversify what I talk about. Plus, I'll have more Mons in by that point. WWC will probably be over. NCL might be over. Like, I won't have any more leagues, so we'll know the final standings going into Sword and Shield. And Jake is back. So, I guess, Jake, do you have any, like, sage words of wisdom as far as trying Mons and all that here before we wrap up? Because we're getting close to that hour mark here on the video.
I guess try new things whenever you can. Trying new Mons out is what keeps the Draft League alive, you know?
It's what I think what I said was it's what allows you to grow and experience new types of teams. Like, everyone knows when I started out, I hated running bulk, and now you see I'm building semi-bulky teams because I'm learning to enjoy it, or I find mons that are just more, they're fun. It's nice to change things up, so I'm not running Alolan Ninetales every single game type of thing. Like, I love Zeraora to death, but it's going to get benched here very, very quickly because I need to work on other electric types.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be a master of Pokemon, you have to have the skills to be number one. And to have the skills to be number one, you got to be master of all Pokemon. And yes, I don't remember which series that was. I think it was Orange Islands that I was quoting there,
Yes.
but
Which, by the way, spoiler alert, Ash winning the Alola League is not his first league.
yeah, don't get me
He
started.
won the Orange Island League.
Don't get me started on that whole thing, because we could go another full hour and a half of me just sitting here ranting about how Ash won the Alola League. I'm super not happy about it, so super not happy. But yeah, so from your Lords of Weather, we thank you for watching. Try new things. Like, seriously, if you're stuck and you notice you're drafting the same team over and over and over again, try it out. You never know. Worst that happens, you have a crappy season. Okay, so what? But you learn those mons aren't maybe your thing. Try something new. Or, like me, or like Jake, you'll find out mons like Manaphy and Snorlax are just super busted, and you want to use them again. So.
And again.
And again.
And again.
And again. Like, I'm staring at pieces of paper on my desk here for upcoming like tournaments and other challenges and that I've got filling up till the end of Gen 8, and you'd be surprised how many of those sticky notes say try to draft Manaphy on them. So, but yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. Madeline is done. She says, "Dad, I'm done. I'm done sitting here. Let's go have some fun. You've talked to your friend enough." So, thank you guys for watching. Please check out the links in the description down below. Again, thank you hugely to Jake for taking another hour out of his very, very busy life to sit here and talk with me and talk to you guys. So, with all that being said, we're gonna get out of here. See you guys next time.